Hi everyone. Today I'm here to talk about the negative impacts of worker surveillance and digitization. The case of Amazon warehouse workers. The title is big, and so is the issue. There have been multiple news reports and books already published on the issue of robot-like and automated environment within the Amazon warehouse, particularly looking at this cage patent at the right-hand corner, which was enforced to restrict and protect the humans working in the robot-only zone. Not only this, in the fulfillment center of the Amazon, which is the name of the warehouse of Amazon, there are multiple patents like augmented reality, which dictates what kind of actions workers should take, the wristwatches, which dictate and monitor pulse rate and hand movements of the workers are implemented to improve the productivity of the workers. Now, to understand this topic more deeply, it's important to look at some of the key concepts which I will be using throughout. First being digital terrorism, which is an extension of the terrorism process of the 1800s, which involved use of scientific management, wage rates, use of time, which is privatized, that is a 9-to-5 working system, and use of technological tools to improve the agility and productivity of the workers. This increase in productivity has been multiplied by using the algorithmic tools today. So throughout this presentation, I will be looking and underlining the effects of digital terrorism and establishing a parallel with the terrorism which existed in the 1800s to highlight that the condition of workers has not changed over the centuries and in this modern world that we live in. Second process is algorithmization, which is simply the process of converting work into numbers. So the labor and effort and toil of humans which go behind the scenes is forgotten and is just considered as a thing. This entails it is a third concept, which is the cost work. To simply put it, it is the invisible and seamless work which is done and forgotten and made to appear that it is the machine which is doing the work and not the human, often reducing and devaluing the human value which goes behind it. Now, after understanding these concepts, it's important to understand as well that who is affected in this process. And as plain as this line goes, that globalization has connected us all, and so are the interconnected roles that we play. Focusing on the right-hand corner web relation, we can see that there is a continuation of the forced extraction of the labor surplus. The consumers work rigorously and monotonously as workers, and then they're forced to consume the products that they produce, allowing the surplus in the hands of the giant, here in this case, Amazon Corporation. All this is said now, how it affects us. The magnified surveillance in warehouse create a level of power relation between employer and employee at a standard which existed in the Taylorist industries. With supervisors' gaze monitoring each breath and washer breaks of the workers, they feel controlled and caged. The omnipresence of the employers causes a condition of voluntary servitude. That is, they feel that they cannot express their oppressions or they feel powerless. And this is catalyzed extensively as the outsourcing nature of the corporation makes it difficult to unionize. Secondly, this leads into the reduced overall life satisfaction with workers being subject to controlling at all times. They feel disconnected from the biological sphere. When they return at homes, they don't feel connected or they don't feel happy. Many researchers have shown that though the average income levels and standards of living has improved over the decades, the life satisfaction has remained the same. This is to say that with the mental web dictating the workers at all the times, the labor is reduced to mere things. And as Marx underlines, it's just the humans being the appendages of the machines and the algorithmization, which I talked about earlier. Moreover, in this digital terrorist system, there's huge amount of cost work going behind the scenes. The product description, verification, the work that goes behind add to cart feature, the Amazon's best choice, and the consumer's feedback, which helps to categorize the things in the Amazon app, are often forgotten. Fifth implication is the inequality and the discrimination which this digital surveillance creates. For example, in the Amazon's corporate wellness program, there have been reports of how people with lower breath rates or heart rates have been fired, and there is cases of biases in pay increases and bonuses. Lastly, and most importantly, the workers and consumers for that matter have no longer control on their personal information, which is being sold and resold in large servers and management systems, leading to a phenomena of surveillance capitalism. That is, the information is sold and resold in huge market for monetization. Now, should we consider that this is simply the end? We don't have any way out of this? No, that's not the case. It is crucial to understand that technology is entering into all spheres of life. And so it is bound to happen also in the surveillance in the workplace. But this does not mean that technology will take over and robots will be everywhere. That's not the case. There are still codes and repairs and development of these automated processes that is happening by the humans. This is to say that human labor won't disappear right away. There will exist a symphony, a balance of humans and machines, which is expected to last at least for a few decades to go. What is required in this situation is more work-life balance, more labor safety, and more privacy maintenance for the workers in the Amazon warehouse and elsewhere. In conclusion, I would like to say that the emerging surveillance technologies have left no stone unturned to convert and exploit the labor surplus in the cyber world. There's a stage where humans are required to work as machines and machines are being made to work as humans. And as the saying goes, that the end of the labor is leisure. Looks like the leisure will also be automized soon. So let's see where it goes. But the underlining line over here is that we should not be pessimistic and look forward to ways to accommodate both so that a balance is maintained. Thank you.